Vice President inaugurated the committee on Tuesday at the State House Abuja on behalf of President Bola Tinubu, who is away on a private visit to France. The 37 members who make up this committee are trusted with the responsibility of arriving at recommendations of a new minimum wage that will place all Nigerian workers in a socially comfortable place, above economic dislocations that have risen since the removal of a number of subsidies by the present administration. Vice President Shettima conveys President Tinubu's directives to the committee, who must approach the assignment with all seriousness, balancing the welfare of all workers with the impact on the country's economy.
Once again, we are here to reaffirm our promise to improve the welfare of the Nigerian workers and by extension the entire nation. I therefore welcome the nominees of the Tripartite National Minimum Wage Committee, comprising of the government, employers, and labor unions, who have been carefully selected for the crucial task of renegotiating a new minimum wage for workers in our beloved nation.
Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, for his part, believes it is a common sentiment that Nigerians should enjoy a raise in their wages. He believes that the Nigerian worker should sufficiently be motivated, which is what these negotiations over a minimum wage are all about.
Honestly, we want a situation where Nigerian workers are sufficiently motivated to work for the common good, for the Nigerian people. And once they are sufficiently motivated, they will do very well because they're gifted, because they're productive, because they're creative, they're full of initiative. A human resource base, I want to believe and strongly too that is second to none in Africa.
The committee has until April to complete the assignment, although its chairman is quick to point out that the deadline is flexible.
So we'll try to see if we can work toward that date, but it's not sacrosanct. Certainly, in order to rush and submit some haphazard recommendations that are not going to be implementable, why don't you give the required time to be able to come clean whatever you recommend that is going to be implementable? And you've heard the response of the executive governors. I'm glad to also add that the representatives of the governors, as you see them, they are all welfare governors. All the 6 of them, if you clearly see their trends and their approach to development in their states, they are all welfare governors.
We shall, by the grace of God, Your Excellency, make some extensive consultations with broad spectrum of stakeholders to be able to arrive at a new national minimum wage that is fair, practical, implementable, and sustainable for the good of our people and our country.
The real question as the committee starts its assignment is how much will be considered a living wage. The question is already raising a question of the capacity of other stakeholders to pay.
I think it's going to be a collective process. We are going to consider quite a number of things. Fairness in the wages. We are going to look at capacity to pay and sustainability. I think it's very important. So all those issues cannot be preempted as we speak, but we hope that whatever comes out will be to the best interest of Nigerians.
The national minimum wage for the Federation falls within the exclusive legislative list of the 1999 Constitution, which means the committee will only make recommendation. The federal government's final decision on an appropriate wage will thereafter be sent as a bill to the National Assembly to be passed into law.